Okay, thank you for joining us. We'll get started with our press conference. On the dais, we have head coach Katie Abrahamson Henderson and student athletes Cornelia Wright and Zakia Saunders. Coach, if you want to make an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
Yes. I thought it was a really awesome game in terms of, we came out and we were a little rusty. I don't know if you could tell, we were a little rusty because we've been off since last Sunday. So it's been a long break for us, and trying to emulate a real game situation every day in practice was really hard. So I felt like we were really rusty coming out. And obviously, when you play a game on this floor already, they're going to come out ready to go. They're comfortable on the floor. I think I said that during another media press conference. So we had to get kind of comfortable out on the floor. We got in foul trouble a little too early, especially with KK and Nyla Schuler, and that hurts us a little bit. So I'm really proud of the rest of the players that stepped up in those times, especially the second quarter. I mean, we really played really good defense in the second quarter. They only scored 12 points, and we did a great job on Atkinson. She's a great player for them. She scored most of her points in the fourth quarter, and she didn't have a lot of points in that first and second quarter for them. So that was our key to key on her. I think we did a good job until the fourth quarter, and when we played them at Temple, it was the same thing. I mean, she's just such a great player that she draws fouls, gets and one. She's very athletic, very powerful. So, but overall, I think everybody on my team stepped up. Everybody scored, and we did a good job of getting some extra possessions and offensive rebounds. So overall, that's kind of the way UCF we want to play, the press and get after it defensively and go in transition. And so when KK was back in, going in transition was really big.
Questions, please raise your hand. We have wireless mics.
Hi, Pat and Rob from the Associated Press. Coach, can you just talk about the points off turnovers and the turnovers you forced? How important was the press? And was that the main big part of your game plan coming in, or did you just go to that after they got off to such a hot start?
Yeah, I mean, that's how we play. We try to press the whole game. We're in really good shape, and we want to play fast. It's kind of the theme for UCF, fast. And that's how we kind of want to play. And we knew they had, played a game, and they played a hard 40 minutes a game before, and we knew it would be hard to guard Atkinson in the half court, so we really wanted to press them and just kind of wear them out in the press. And obviously we got, how many steals did we get? 14 steals. And a lot of them weren't our necessary steals we always get. Like, we get the steals in the trap, and then we run through a passing lane. We really got the steals off of, like, loose balls, tips, kind of making them rush a little bit and getting our hands on some loose balls and things, and so that's kind of how we got our steals.
This is for the players. In the third quarter, you had 6 steals, and I believe it was 8 points off turnovers. Is there something that Coach told you, or kind of what got the momentum going there?
We know that our defense creates our offense, so we just wanted to get after them in the press, try and hustle after loose balls. That's really it. It's part of our game, so we're just going to keep playing harder than them and get loose balls.
All the same, our defense creates our offense. When we get in transition, we can get anything off of steals. So, get stops on the defensive end so we can just finish on the offensive end.
No, I didn't know at all. I was just focused on, playing Temple and playing the hardest that I could, so I wasn't thinking about that at all. I'm excited. I'm excited for our win, and I'm really proud of our team today. So, it's something I can be excited about, but I'm really just focused on, our next game and what we have to do to win.
Maybe, Coach, question for you. You had 2 hard-fought games against Temple this season. What do they do that maybe threw you off a little bit at the beginning of the game, but then you were able to get back into it?
Well, this game they were hitting threes.
Yeah.
They usually don't hit that many threes. It's just really number 12. Obviously, Amani hit a lot yesterday. 4 didn't, and now Four hit some threes today, huh? She shot some threes, and she was shooting them really deep, and that's not necessarily what she does. And so that's why I said that they were comfortable on this floor. They had time to shoot, and they made a lot of threes yesterday. So we we were really going to pack it in, and then we just had to start extending more in the half court on them because they hit how many threes did they hit? 9 threes. I mean, they hit 5 of them in the first half, so that's a lot.
Questions for all of you, just me. What does it mean to get back to the semifinals for the second straight year?
It's just another milestone for us. You know, we take everything game to game, and this is just something we've been preaching all year long. Just take it game by game. Let's fight hard as we can to get to the next level.
I think it just shows all the hard work that we've put in, and we wanted to get here, so we're just going to keep fighting and, continue to work hard.
Coach, anything to add?
Yeah, obviously I'm proud of this team. I mean, it's a very young team in terms of our coaching style, and these two are key to everything we do, including Aaliyah and Naila Schuler. I mean, I thought Mossany stepped up really big for us, and she hasn't been able to score that easy lately because she draws a lot of double teams and stuff, so she played really well. But obviously these two in our press, I mean, I call them frickin' frack, but it's hard to press them. We didn't look superb today when they were pressing us, but defensively with these two in the game, it's just a lot of fun to watch because they're in very good shape. They worked out together this summer. They spent a lot of time getting in shape and being focused and everything. So it's been a lot of fun. I think KK really appreciates Z being here and playing with Z this year, and I think that she's going to savor it as long as she can.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're joined on the dais now by Temple head coach Tanya Cardoza, student athletes Micaiah Jones and Tanea Atkinson. Coach, if you want to start off with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
You could tell by the way my team played today that, we really started to get it down the stretch. And I'm really proud of the fight that we had, coming in here, only winning 3 games in conference. But you would never be able to tell that by the way that we play. And I'm just extremely proud of, the effort. And, it's been a long season, and we haven't gotten a lot of wins. But the way that we conduct ourselves and carry ourselves every day at practice, you would have never known what our record was. So I'm really proud of them.
Questions, please raise your hands.
Coach, can you just talk about what Tanaya has meant to this program and the way she played down the stretch, obviously, tonight?
She's meant a lot to this program. From the day she stepped on campus, our program got better. Her first year, we found a way to get to 500, even though we were really young like this year. Really young, but we found a way to get to the NIT. And every year, all she's done is get to postseason. And, I know that this was difficult for her because she wanted to go out on top. What senior doesn't? But I felt like no matter what the situation was, she always kept her head and was always still a team player. And, I think she's proven she was in the shadow for the most part by Aaliyah and Fionda because, they're obviously remarkable players. And she never really had to be the go-to guy. And this year she had to be the go-to guy every single night. And I felt like every single night she stepped up.
For both players, can you describe your emotions and the feelings, what it was like when you walked off the floor?
It didn't really hit me until I saw what the score was the last minute and a half. And then when I got to the free throw line and it was maybe 15 seconds left and Tanea and Khadijah were there and my eyes started watering up and Tanea was like, it's okay. Then I saw her eyes start watering up and it was just man, it's really over. So.
Yeah, as soon as I stepped off the floor, I cried. But it's not crying because, we lost, but it's just crying because of all the good things we did, even on this bad season. That is finally, well, not this bad season, but the season we didn't think we were going to have. So it was just I told him in the locker room, all encouraging things. This feeling, you got to go in the postseason with this feeling. You got to get in the gym every single day. You got to want to kill every single postseason workout because you don't want to feel like this, And I feel like I'm definitely going to miss this program. Seriously, definitely going to miss it.
Coach, looking at the performance, and you alluded to it a little bit in your opening statement, but do you see now potential and that the team can build off, what they've done over the last few days?
Yeah, I saw potential from day one. Again, we obviously didn't know that we were going to have the bumps and bruises that we started off with, but especially over the last month, like I said yesterday, when we first started in conference play, we were getting blown out by just about everybody. There were no games that we really were in. And we just kept coming to practice. Even though we were getting defeated in the games, we would just come to practice and keep grinding and keep trying to find ways to get better, to improve. And over the last month, I would say that we were a totally different team. And again, it might not resulted in wins, but it resulted in how we played in the tournament. Every single game that we played, we competed. And it just took a little longer because, yes, we're young or whatever, but the hard work started to pay off. And we might not have gotten wins, but like I said yesterday, we were winning with each other.
Coach, statistically speaking, was it the points off turnovers that was the big thing here?
Definitely. We talked about that after the game. They're obviously upset, and you look at the score, and we lost by 7, and you gave up 25 points off of turnovers. The game is right there. And early on, we built that lead because we didn't turn the ball over. We broke the press with ease. And then, the heat started to get to us, and we started to panic a little bit and allowed them to let their pressure, take advantage of us. But we showed that when we broke the press that they couldn't stop us. It just so happened that they started to turn it on and made shots. And, again, our youth hurt us a little bit today because we allowed that pressure to get to us. But again, our future is bright. Obviously, we're going to miss the seniors and everything that they brought for our program. But to watch those guys go out over the last couple of days and compete the way that they competed, next year we're not going to be sitting here in this position. I know that.
Any other questions?
One for Tanea. How much improvement have you seen in the younger players as the year's going on?
I definitely, from the beginning of the season to now, I've seen a lot of improvement. Even in these these past 2 games we just played. For Amani to do what she did last game, where she literally scored almost all our points third quarter, that shows growth. That shows confidence. For Des to actually want to understand when she missed the first half of conference, she's still trying to understand. She makes mistakes, but she understands that it's all right. She's going to get it back. For Mia to just keep being aggressive, that's a lot of growth. And even for Bree, I feel like as soon as Bree realizes what she has, she really could be one of those standout players where she's so aggressive and so athletic where nobody in the gym could guard her. But all in all, I feel like they decided that they really want to play for the seniors. In this game and the previous game, I really showed, even if they didn't score a point, they played. They hustled for every loose ball. They try to get every rebound. Even in huddles, they would talk before I would talk, and I feel like that's a lot of growth.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thanks, guys.